the headlines for Tuesday, January 31st. Russian President Boris Yeltsin invites Yugoslav President Zoran Lilic to attend the 50th anniversary of victory over fascism in Moscow festivities. Serb Krajina government refuses to consider mini-contact group plan on resolving Croatia-Krajina relations. German Foreign Minister Klaus Kinkel visits Zagreb and Sarajevo. Serbian Chamber of Commerce supports the Cabinet's 1995 economic policy. Yugoslav national soccer team beats the Hong Kong All-Star team with a score of 3-1.
Good evening, you're watching the Belgrade Evening Report, coming to you via satellite from Belgrade.
Good evening. Russian ambassador to Yugoslavia, Gennady Shikin, today met with Yugoslav President Zoran Lilic. Shikin presented Lilic with Russian President Boris Yeltsin's invitation to visit the Russian Federation and attend the ceremony marking the 50th anniversary of the victory over fascism. The motto of the ceremony included the invitation is that horrible experiences from the World War II have not yet been forgotten and that they should further intensify the devotion to peace.
The Federal Cabinet today approved a document on Yugoslavia's 1995 economic policy, which would be based as previously on combating inflation as well as on the monetary reconstruction and economic recovery program. The Yugoslav Cabinet also submitted a draft law to the Assembly suggesting the closing of the Josip Broz Tito Memorial Center and the Museum of Yugoslav Nations and Nationalities Revolution.
The draft law is also to be applied to the Museum of the Second Conference of Avnoj in Jajce. The institutions should terminate their work within 60 days of the new law coming into force. The draft law also anticipates the real estate possessed by those institutions becoming the property of the Federal Republic of Yugoslavia.
The Serbian Chamber of Commerce presidency today supported the federal government economic policy program for 1995.
The overall assessment was that the federal government economic policy program also showed some weak spots, such as the maintaining of public expenditure at a high level, a burden which the economy has more trouble coping with, followed by an over-restrictive monetary policy and other restrictions which jeopardized the production growth by 9% and gross national product by 7%. The Serbian Chamber of Commerce presidency supported the Serbian government measures for combating the grey economy and also adopted the low governing prices which must be obeyed by all enterprises.
The Yugoslav Statistics Bureau announced that retail prices in January 1995 compared to December 1994 increased by 12.4% and the cost of living by 14.7%. It was also announced that the results of the Serbian government recommendation on returning prices to their July 1994 level should appear in February statistics report. The explanation given for January's price hike was that most of the prices were statistically registered at their peak.
Serb Krajina Monday night rejected to consider the midi-contact group plan for resolving the relations between
The weather forecast for tomorrow is cold and foggy morning throughout the country with slightly overcast or clear skies during the day. Morning temperatures will range between -3 and +2 degrees Celsius inland and up to 7 degrees along the Adriatic coast. Daytime inland heights will range between 4 and 8 degrees Celsius with up to 13 degrees along the coast.
And this is the end of tonight's broadcast. Thank you for being with us.
Have a good night.